Alright, let me try this out. Whew, fuck. It's funny because I just like offloaded a bunch of stuff. So, so I don't really feel so much like I have all this stuff to get off of my mind. But yeah, this is video one. Video one of me just doing my own fucking thing. Like, there's been so much that, like, I've compromised in the last year. And a lot of it has had to do with, like, building alliances, building power, having money, you know, all that stuff. And of course, like, introduction to me, the thing I care about most is global empowerment, collective liberation. All of us being as free and fulfilled and living life with as much integrity as possible. So yeah, it's just fucking hard because yeah, the place that I'm in right now is I just came to the conclusion that like as long as I maintain my emotional integrity and as long as I maintain my strategic thinking capabilities, then I can always live a life that I'm proud of. And I realize that I don't need to have any particular alliance with anyone or even money to do that. And it actually makes me more strategic to have less and deal with less and like yeah, and start from nothing, you know? And I think oftentimes like we're afraid, well, definitely me in particular, I get afraid of starting from nothing. And it's like, no, I don't have nothing. I have myself. I have myself and my emotional integrity. And and emotional integrity, I should explain that. It means being able to feel what I want to feel when I want to feel it. You know? And how hard is it to do that? How hard is it to do that in this freaking world? Like it's really difficult. Even if let's say you have a 9 to 5 job, if you feel sad about something and you cry while you're there, like no. And just like the various relationships that we have where we just can't like express ourselves in the way that we want to, or there's miscommunication that happens and all this stuff, which I've just been experiencing a lot lately. So yeah, I realized too that like so yeah, I've been definitely like very interdependent with my brother and my former partner. And yeah, we definitely don't see things eye to eye on a lot of things, which is totally fine. But the way that we handle that conflict, I feel like it was not satisfactory to me on both counts. And like, it doesn't mean that I have resentment or anything. It just means that the conflict resolution styles were not satisfactory to me. And so if that's not there, then, you know, then it conflicts with your emotional integrity, because if you can't express yourself the way you feel, and like problems happen because of that kind of expression, then you're compromising yourself and you're compromising the way that you feel in order to make that communication style happen. Okay, so I'm kind of rambling, but either way, it's just practice for me to get onto this video thing. But yeah, like with my brother, he was very much about like aesthetics and making things beautiful and all this stuff, and I was always about conceptual stuff. And like, yeah, my brother is like a very good designer, and I know that design has more to do with function and all kinds of stuff, not just aesthetics. But still, like that aesthetic, I've been internalizing that. And that's the thing, we get internalized socialization. So like if you're around people who are really all about like things looking very well considered, and you're always like making sure to adopt that, eventually that person can be gone and you're still making sure that things are looking beautiful. But like look at this fucking like look at my freaking ceiling and like light behind me and how grainy this whole video is. Like I don't give a shit about that, and I never have. And like my brother's attention to detail with regard to aesthetics like has prevented me from like with us operating as a team, has prevented me from just making a freaking video that looks like shit but is important, you know? Whew, so that's been like a big thing, and it's like it seems very small. There's like many other things that I've been going through in the past year and a half or so. But yeah, it's just freaking emotional integrity. As long as I have my ability to express myself the way that I want, and if I put it on YouTube or whatever, like if I express myself the way that I want, and I think the way that I want, and I continue to engage in reality and then go back into theoretical stuff and then engage in reality and then express myself in little snippets the way that I want to, then I can always be enthusiastic and I can always be strategic, and like I don't have to explain my level of theoretical work. Like if I studied economics and moral philosophy, so like if I'm up here with something and I have to explain it to someone, then I have to meet them here and then like work up, which doesn't let me go here. And so if I mostly just hang out with myself and I like do fun things and I stimulate myself with reading and with theoretical stuff, and as well as like living life and dealing with people, then I can always go up here and go up here, and it's already been so liberating to spend so much more time alone and not have to explain things to people, and to make the logical connections that there's someone trying to contact me. The logical connections that I like to make in my mind, and then I can just, when I get excited about them, I can just put them on YouTube or just make a video about it or whatever. And it's just like, man, this is such a better life than like all this stuff I've been trying to do. And so yeah, this is just a freaking rant all over the place. Covered a lot of topics. It's kind of like a mind map of like emotional integrity, strategic thinking, what's it called? I guess creating the right distance with certain people. So it has a lot to do with relationships as well. Anyways, you were here for it, so you know what it is about. But yeah, step 1, it's gonna be all funky and stuff. They'll get more organized as it goes, but toodles.